Hello, hello. Welcome to all my beautiful Sagittariuses. This is going to be your April reading. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been here before, if you're new, my name is Priscilla Bernstein. I'm the Soul Alignment Specialist, and my mission is to help you align and alchemize to every area of your soul's desire, every area of your life to your soul's desires. I hope everybody's having a wonderful April this far. Let's see what is in store for my beautiful Sagittariuses, my little archers. Whether this is your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, here we go. Let's see what Spirit has to say today. Always covered in dog hair. Never fails. I wear black and I'm covered. All right, so Spirit, what ooh, look, Four of Wands, bottom of the deck energy as I split the deck. This is union. This is, you know, if you're a twin flame, you may be coming into union. I haven't even asked the question yet, but that jumped out at me as I opened my eyes as I looked down. So what do my beautiful Sagittariuses have to look forward to this month, please, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, Two of Cups reversed. Here's your offering of love, new relationship, new insight around love. It hasn't come in yet though. But it feels like it's on the precipice. It feels like it's energetically on its way, but it hasn't arrived in the 3D yet. So this is what you have to look forward to. A new offering of love. The Two of Cups can also resonate to the frequency. Oh, look, bottom of the deck again, still is the twin flame. So you know what? I'm actually going to read this. I mean, it can read as self-love and really, you know, recommitting to the relationship to yourself, which also is your foundation, this like kind of divine feminine, divine masculine union. So whether or not this is somebody coming into your field, your twin flame or soulmate, this is very much talking about a new beginning in your love of self and in a relationship. So I'm going to leave the Four of Wands in the deck, and I'm going to ask now, what lessons are my beautiful Sagittariuses navigating this month, Spirit? Thank you. The Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands a lot of times denotes movement in a job or in a physical location of where you're living. So this isn't on the docket yet either. This has not happened. This being reversed, it just feels like there's a lot of stuff coming and it just hasn't quite manifested in your physical reality yet. What I'm getting is there's a lot of movement behind the scenes. There's a lot of movement energetically. The Knight of Wands and the Wand suit is all about fire and action. And because this is upside down, it's letting me know that it quite hasn't happened yet. It hasn't popped off in your reality. It's still in the ethereal and building. Maybe it's waiting for you to get into alignment with it. Maybe there's just, you know, everything in divine timing, right? It's like we can't rush these things. The things that are really meant for us, they will align and have their divine timing of when they land in our reality. So just trust the process. But what you have to learn, or whatever lesson is coming, is to be fluid. What I'm getting is to be fluid in the transition, in the change, to welcome it in, to be the invitation for that new movement, for that new transition in work or in your physical location. Being able to ultimately just say, like, yeah, I'm ready for change. I'm ready to move in whatever direction my soul really wants to move. I'm ready to take that leap of faith. Just universe, show me, guides, spirit, angel, whatever, angels, whatever you want to call your higher ups, you know, source, universe, show me. ask to be led, ask to be guided, and just they're only ever going to show you the next step. So understand that you're probably not going to be given the full preview, but you will get what's next. All right, so what is the spiritual guidance? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh. All right. So we have the Three of Swords in the upright and the Ace of Wands, or Ace of Swords reversed. So this is spiritual guidance. As spiritual guidance, what I'm getting is there's a need to unify mind, body, and soul, mind, body, and spirit. You know, if you're saying one thing and you are thinking something else, and then your spirit saying something else that's maybe in accordance with one of those two things, but they're not all in alignment, you need to get in alignment. There's a new way of thinking and looking at things, new ideas, new perspective, new thoughts, and inspired action. You know, you're going to be getting a lot of intuition and inspiration, so you're needing to follow that. You're not, what I'm getting right now is like there's a lot of doubt in the field, and with that, you're, you know, because it hasn't come into your reality yet, because it hasn't quite happened or shown you that it's coming, but you're getting like breadcrumbs from the universe, you're doubting it. There's like a doubt here, or like a lag in your belief or your trust that it's coming. And so there's this unification that's needing to happen in mind, body, and spirit, knowing that it's like what's meant for you cannot miss you, right? It's knowing that it's already yours and not allowing any other thought other than that to come into your reality. It's interesting because I've been working with my twin flame union, and there are moments when I may have a doubt, right? Of like, well, maybe it's not meant to be, or maybe it's wrong, you know? And so you kind of go into that little wobbly phase, but then you realize like, no. Like I can catch myself and say, no, this is it. This is happening. This is what I've committed to, and I'm going to move forward with that. And then every choice that I make is really in alignment, not only with like my higher self and what I want for my life and the legacy that I want to build, but I try to, or do my best to bring all of everything back into alignment when I feel myself kind of wobble or go into that doubt phase, where you will say, okay, no, like this is already done. And if you catch yourself, then your momentum doesn't get going too far in that other direction, right? And so when you recommit, the universe gets behind you, and then you get those little signs and synchronicities letting you know, okay, you're on the right track. But it's always in the magic dark, that gap when nothing's happening is when the doubt comes up, but that's when your faith needs to be the strongest. Okay, and so what is the overall energy that my Saggy babes are going to be navigating this month? Thank you, Spirit. So the Judgment reversed and the Ace of Wands. What I'm getting is there's going to be, if you're dealing with some sort of lawsuit or matter with the legal system, there's going to be movement in that. There's going to be, you know, it's funny, actually, my family, we're in a lawsuit right now, so this is a good indication. But also what I'm getting is if you've been holding yourself in judgment or someone else in judgment, there's going to be like fire or movement around that as well, almost like burning the judgment down. And ultimately, like you letting the flames cleanse you, ultimately letting the fire cleanse you and the situation, as opposed to you holding the burden of the judgment of that other person, or that vice versa. If somebody's holding judgment against you, that's being burned away right now. And there's going to be like new action taken. There's going to be like a liberation from that, to where it just is not being held in your field or from somebody else projecting that at you, right? So if you're in a legal thing, there's going to be movement there, but if you're not, there is something around Any sort of judgment that you've been holding on yourself or on others, or vice versa, if somebody's been holding judgment on you, that is going to be burned away, and the fire is the cleanser here. Ooh, I love this for you, Sag. Okay, we are going to get an animal spirit card now for you, my beautiful archers. What animal spirit will best suit my Saggies this month, please? Thank you, sir. So we got the golden egg and the camel. With the camels, you know, store water in their little humps, right? And they carry a lot of weight on their back through the desert. And I'm getting here that there's, you know, it's a night sky with a moon. So what I'm getting with the camel here is to be a bit resourceful with your resources right now, to be maybe frugal and not spend all your money, not go after that big purchase, but to, you know, hold off for a little bit, and ultimately to reserve your finances or reserve your resources and be very resourceful with them. Ooh, I just saw 11:11 on the clock too as I was saying that. So yes, be very resourceful with them, because a new dawn is coming when it comes to resources and the things that are being brought into your reality. And I think this is this golden egg here. I'm going to read this out of the book because it's not an actual animal. So just to give you guys the fullness of, when we think of gold anyways, this is alchemy, right? Gold is, you know, our monetary system used to be backed in gold. There was something there. Now we're moving into crypto. We're moving into all sorts of different commerce, but we don't have enough gold to back even our paper money anymore. So we're kind of moving out of all of that and coming into new resources, learning how to be the alchemist in our lives. And I'm going to read this to give you the fullness of what this card means. So, message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga nidra or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. So the golden egg is connected to the fourth chakra, which is your heart. The subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart center at the fourth chakra. This chakra, called Anahata, is the home of the self or soul. By bringing the mind into the center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation, waiting for us. Anahata translates as the unstruck sound. So this is really beautiful, Sagittarius. If you don't have a yoga practice, I have actually been teaching yoga and meditation for, 2 decades now. It's been a while. I am not teaching quite as much anymore, hardly at all, actually. I was doing some online classes, but my yoga practice and my meditation practice is what led me to this work that I do today in working with soul. Everything was very intuitive then, and everything that I learned through my yoga practice and through meditation and loving kindness and, you know, the teachings of yoga really helped me to get into tune and get into alignment with truth, right? With what resides within us, to getting quiet and allowing ourselves that time and space for introspection, allowing ourselves that time and space to grow and cocoon and transform into whoever it is that we're meant to be, right? So you're walking through the desert right now. And I feel this so deeply. I'm a Sagittarius. I feel this so deeply right now. And it's almost bringing up tears because it has felt like there is a lack of resources. Like there's, you know, even though we live in a limitless universe, in my physical reality, there's been some like feelings of barrenness, of like, you know, when you walk through a desert, how you don't see anything. It's just hills and hills of sand, and you get to another hill hoping there'll be something, and then it's just more sand dunes, you know? So, and then you're parched, right? But it's like when we're resourceful and we understand that really we have everything we need within us, we have everything we need around us, and we just have to learn how to like harness that up and out or off of our backs, right? We have to be able to like see what's behind us, what we've been carrying, or what support we have around us, and knowing that we can listen deep within our hearts to what our soul is saying, what it is asking for, what our guidance is saying, what our, you know, the universal forces. We can become very, very in tune with all that is, but we have to learn how to slow down, how to really get quiet, and how to listen. I do teach a lot of my clients this practices around channeling, around being able to commune with spirit a lot more. I have a couple courses that I teach, and you know, it's funny because I've been focusing on these bigger courses, but I should probably offer that one again, so you all can, all my new followers can, you know, tap into that if that's a resource that you guys would like. You can check out my website. The link is below if you guys would like to book a reading. I'm going to do an oracle card for you all now. Let's see what oracle messages you have. But my website will show you all my sacred offerings as well. So what other oracle message do you have for my Saggy babes, please? The Shadow Realm, Divine Connection, and Cosmic Thread. Here we go. The exact same thing kind of what was coming through with the Animal Spirit card. The Shadow Realm. It's like we've been in the shadow. We've been working in the shadows. We've been looking at the dark things in our life that maybe we've made wrong, or that we've just kind of like stuffed away. That stuff has been coming to the surface to be cleared. So any sort of inner child healing, any sort of mother-father wounds, old patterns, old cycles, all of that kind of came up at the end of Pisces season, beginning of Aries season, and now we're really starting to clear that. So we've been in this shadow realm, we've been working in the shadows, and we're coming to this, you know, we're coming into eclipse season. There's an eclipse sun right here. So we're coming into eclipse season, and I think what I'm getting here is once we get to that eclipse, we're going to enter into this other portal, this other this other side, you know, how I don't remember what card came out earlier. I've put them all back, but that card that came out around, you know, you're on the precipice or you're on the verge of like stepping into that new life. It just like hasn't popped off yet. It's all in the, and you know, on the ethereal, it's all in the energetic realm right now. It's all in the quantum field, but we've been waiting. And so when we get, I think, to the eclipse, I'll have to look at the date on that, but you can look up eclipses for 2022, and it's coming up, I think we're in the shadow phase already, so maybe in 2 weeks. So go ahead and look at what the dates are of that, but just know that that is going to be your indicator of when you're going to shift into this next new reality. Excuse me. And then we have Divine Connection and Cosmic Thread. So like I was just saying, to sit in meditation, to find that sense of quiet. You don't, when we talk about meditation, you don't have to stop your thoughts from happening. The whole idea around meditation is just becoming hyper aware, right? So if you sit and your mind starts going, instead of just letting it race and go, you follow and become the witness. You understand, okay, this is what my mind is thinking right now. And then you just let that past thought as like a cloud moving through the sky. You don't hold on to it. You don't catch its tail and like, you know, ride it out and go down this rabbit hole of thoughts, you know, and spinning out in whatever that one thought was. But you allow it to pass, and then you allow another thought to come up. You know, our brains are magnificent, beautiful things that we never want to turn off. But when you can get really quiet and when you can understand how to quote unquote have mind control, to where your mind isn't controlling you and you're not utilizing all this mind power just unconsciously, that's always going, churning. You know, when you're really aware of it and become the witness of it, you take a back seat. Your mind, you can put it in the back seat, and then you are driving the ship. And then when you can have control to understand that your thoughts are not you and that your mind is not controlling you, then you can begin to receive from the higher ups, from the universe, from your spirit guides, from your angels, from your higher self, right? So that's this divine connection, is learning how to tap into that divine connection and knowing that we're all connected with this cosmic thread. We're all intertwined. We're connected to all that is. I just got this weird, like, vibrating in my belly when I said that, because we all are connected from our mother's womb through our belly button, right? Through our umbilical cord. And then we have a baby, and that umbilical cord connects, and it's like this thread of life, right? That moves through us. So understanding all this, I am about to launch a course that is all about balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine and really living your soul alchemy. Which this is perfect. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me there, because I will announce it there. And then if you are not on my cosmic newsletter, I highly recommend getting on that, because that is where I release everything first to my followers on my newsletter. I get some cosmic newsletter out once a month. And my computer has been in the shop, so I haven't sent out April's yet. So once I get that back, that will go out, but be sure to sign up for that and you can jump on and get access to this course. So this is what the your message is, your oracle message. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Sagittarius. This is going to be what energy you need to stay in to bring this all to fruition. So we got creation and focus. Stay in the creative mode. Stay in your daydream. Focus on only what you want to see happen. You know, like I said, it's like, you know, it's yours. If that's what you've been calling in, you just claim that shit and you say, nope, that's mine. If you've been claiming that you're a millionaire, you keep claiming that. If people ask like, well, how are you going to do that? You just say, I don't know, but I'm going to be led to it because it's mine. I know it's mine. It's coming, and I just have to get ready for it. So Spirit, you lead me to what's next that's going to get me closer to that, because your divine self and your higher consciousness knows the easiest way to get there. It knows the next step in which you can take that will get you there the fastest. So that's where you have to find that quiet space, tap into all that is, and know that you're healing a lot. So just let the things come out of the shadow, really understand what they are, let it move through you, and have focus. Stay in the creation mode, stay in the question ultimately, you know, like, how does it get better than this? And what's next? Like, what else is possible? If I could just generate and create $600 out of nowhere, then how much more can I create out of nowhere? What else is possible? You know, if you stay in that question, you're churning creative energy. Your solar plexus is on fire. And if you're sitting in meditation every day and connecting to the divine and asking for the next step, you're going to start to receive so much more from your higher chakras, and they're going to bring it to you, and that's where you just focus on whatever that is, whatever you're wanting to see. The whole thing with manifestation is about commitment and claiming it. And you've probably heard people say you've got to live as if it's happened, because if you're too focused on what is happening, you're not in that vibrational frequency of the possibility of what could be. All right, beautiful Saggies, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please share this with another Sagittarius. Make sure to watch your rising and moon sign as well to get the fullness out of this reading. And you can support my channel. I do have Venmo and PayPal links down below if that is something that you would like to do and you are monetarily available for that. It's not necessary, but all donations are always welcome. And I also have an Amazon wish list, or whatever it's called, for more cards. I'll give you a shout out if you buy one of the decks on there, and I'm using it in the reading. And also make sure to like and subscribe, because these readings are really focused on actually the people that I know are going to be watching, the people that I'm channeling, you know, that Spirit's bringing to me and into my field. So I've gained a lot of followers over the last month. Welcome to all of you who are here, and I look forward to channeling more for you guys in the future. Happy April. Peace.